All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Zudes with Reviews.
Dun, 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 dun. Zudes with the reviews. Zoos with the is it zoos with reviews? Or is it zoos with the reviews?
Oh, Zudes
You cannot
with the
refuse.
reviews. Oh,
You
okay.
cannot refuse the zoos with reviews.
We're
We're still workshopping.
We'll work on it. But today we were reviewing Spider-Man: Homecoming, and we are doing full spoilers. We'll creep into them, but we are going spoilers with it. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, help the Zudes blow up
Hell
the Zude
yeah.
invasion. We're going to be contaminating all of the social medias. We have a TikTok. What else do we have, Bobby? We got Odyssey. We got Trumbler,
Odyssey,
Bumbler.
Trumbler, Bumbler,
Trumbler,
Yeah.
Bumbler,
Grinder,
Finder,
Finder.
Tinder.
Tinder. So
For every person that does not like this video after watching it, I will not wipe my ass one time.
damn, we're about to have a
Damn.
real spider web
Wait,
going on down there,
Hold
bro.
on, man. So if that applies from our last video has 6 likes and
Nope,
66 views.
Nope, from this point
so
forward.
you have to not wipe your ass. Okay, but if this
All
one
right.
gets similar numbers, you're gonna not wipe your ass that many times. We're gonna hold
Yeah.
you to that, Bobby, because we care about integrity here at the ZUDECAST, and we're gonna hold you to your word.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
just take them off the top of my tab. So what I'm gonna do essentially is take my life cap of ass wipes, subtract
Okay.
them off the top,
Oh, there you
so
go.
that when I'm really old, I'm just gonna intentionally just shit my pants all the time and have people take care of me. Be like, well, it's the Zoom's fault, my bad. They did this.
Damn.
Damn.
Wow. Okay. So,
We like to get off topic here at the ZUDECAST.
Yes,
We like to have a little fun. But hey, if you like our stupid ass off topic content, make sure to actually watch it and send it to your friends. And even though it's stupid and juvenile, you gotta get that. You gotta get the word out. Gotta spread the word of the
Yep.
zoos. This is a new year,
Yep.
and we're talking about some Spiderman.
Yeah, so Spiderman. It's your boy Grody talking about Spiderman.
Yes, sir.
Who's talking about Spiderman right here? What's your name?
I'm Crispy Grooves right
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Chris Paisley talking about some Spiderman.
Yeah, and you talk about Spiderman over there. What's your name?
Bumbo Jumbo. Hit me up on Instagram.
yes.
Yeah.
All right. So Spider-Man No Way Home is part 3 of a trilogy of Homecoming, Far From Home, and now it's No Way Home.
Of course.
And it's also a freaking about the multiverse, and it's
Yes.
also pretty fucking wild just in general. What a
Yeah.
time to be alive.
Yes.
We just did the review of The Matrix, which we talked about being a very meta movie.
Yes.
And I think that this movie was very meta as well in a different way.
It's same,
For
same
sure.
but different.
Yeah.
As hard as all Marvel movies rely on intercontextuality to succeed, this has 15 plus years of backlog movies that you have to watch to be in the loop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
kind of wild. It's like almost bigger than Avengers or something, because it's like 3
Yeah.
movie series, like 3 movie series.
Series.
is a series. Having,
Spider-Man fights his nemesis in this series. And
he does, bro. It's like
You mean they them do?
they, them. Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's they now because it's multiple people.
oh, that's
That's the
right.
new
It really
pronouns.
is actually, because he's 3 of the same person too. It's not just one.
Hi, I'm Peter
Right.
Parker.
Yeah, Peter
Yeah.
Parker. So spoilers again.
Spoilers.
All 3 Spider-Man from the OG. I mean, obviously,
Yeah,
this is
we're
the whole
going
premise of the
full
movie.
spoilers,
Full
in
spoilers.
this joint. So.
You get Tobey Maguire, Andrew McGarfield. Oh my
Andrew
god.
McGarfield.
and Tom Holland are all in the fucking movie together. That's in the 3rd act, I'd say. The entire premise of the movie comes around. I mean,
We should do a battle royale between the 3
I was
Spideys.
thinking about that. We
Actually,
could have done that for this, but
There's still time.
there's still time.
There's still
we
time.
might do that. But yeah, man. I mean, I feel like the whole we were gonna do spoilers or no spoilers, but I think the whole movie was pretty much in the
It's a
fucking
spoiler, yeah,
trailer.
right.
But it was just the details of who fought who.
Right.
There's gonna be all these characters. That fucking Garfield's gonna fight one of Holland's villains, or Holland's gonna
Oh,
fight a fucking
See,
McGuire villain.
You're
know?
saying Garfield's in it, and that's just make me wish that somehow in the multiverse Garfield knew Peter Parker and that he would. But would Garfield be Peter Parker's friend or enemy?
He'd
enemy,
definitely be
for
an
sure.
enemy, bro.
The
Yeah.
most
Peter
evil,
Parker's like-
dastardly villain.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Peter Parker's like, I actually love Mondays. And
That's my
Garfield's
most
like,
productive
It's
day.
fade. I'm gonna
Fuck.
fight you.
Garfield's fucking vicious, bro. But yeah. So
Garfield's
Andrew
not
Garfield.
in the movie.
Garfield's not in the movie, but Andrew Garfield's in the
Unfortunately,
movie, and
yeah.
I thought he was pretty fucking good. Honestly, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Honestly, I was not that I was like let down by Toby, but I think Andrew Garfield had a lot more going on with his version of Spider-Man than Tobey Maguire. I think Tobey Maguire already got kind of the happy ending, and obviously he's older now too, so he's
He
like meant
got
to be.
stabbed.
Oh, he got. Oh no, he did get stabbed. Yeah, I meant in his series.
In Spider-Man
in his
3, yeah.
series, whereas in Amazing Spider-Man, we don't really know what happened to him.
Yeah.
and it's kind of implied in this one that like he got like a lot more like angry and like kind of like like had to fight some crazier shit and like turned a little darker and got like more like. And I was like, I always kind of like, I don't know, it kind of like showed like what we didn't get to see, because I always said too that when they were doing the Venom movies and the Morbius movies and shit, it's just have fucking Andrew Garfield be Spider-Man for those movies. Boom, right there. It's that world, it's that timeline, whatever. Just
Yeah.
fucking, because you're not gonna get all the crossovers every time.
Yeah.
With Sony and Marvel. Which this is amazing. I'm really like
They managed to
pulled
make
off,
it work.
bro.
What
They
it
pulled
feels,
off.
what it feels like, is just the merger of two empires. Like they're just having the princes and the princesses of each castle. Just kind of. It's like it's somehow like the perfect plot device that it makes the whole movie what it is. But then it's also just like yes,
Well-
we can finally merge Sony and Disney together.
Well,
and
because
it's gonna
too,
be
like I know the way
incestuous.
the way the contract worked out was that fucking the Sony gets to use one MCU character in their Spider-Man movies that are standalone movies,
Yeah.
but then fucking they get to use Spider-Man in crossovers. You feel me?
So weird.
Yeah, no, it's like a weird legal contract. I would love to see like a documentary about like
Right.
all this shit, bro, because they go ham. These lawyers go dumb on it.
Yeah.
But that was the perfect addition, was to have Doctor Strange be that character, because then you could pull off this shit, using all of his magic stuff. Plus, we got to see a Doctor Strange fucking Spider-Man crossover, which is
True.
awesome, because they do
Yeah.
that all the time in the comics. And I think even though it was mostly a Spider-Man movie, that scene where him and Doctor Strange fought, that was real good
Yeah.
fan service to what like their adventures together look like, because Spider-Man is fucking swinging through the fucking void and getting all
Right.
weird, like whoa, what
Getting
the
all
fuck, all
geometrical with
fucking
it, yeah.
all trippy and shit. And I thought that fight was good, and I like Doctor Strange. I feel like he got a good amount of screen time. He wasn't just like in there like to not be like he was.
Yeah,
he was in a lot of the movie.
I didn't realize how much Doctor Strange was going to be involved
Yeah,
in this one.
yeah,
Yeah, the whole movie was kind of like a preamble to the new Doctor Strange movie too.
Mm.
which is
Exactly,
kinda
yeah.
neat. It just tied into each other pretty smoothly there.
Well, it is also too like it did tie into. I know you guys haven't been as into like some of the other MCU stuff, but it did tie into WandaVision and Loki hella, because they're all building up to Doctor Strange. Obviously, like Doctor Strange 2 like is called in the Multiverse of Madness, but
Right.
Loki and WandaVision all kind of like fucking had shit like temporal shit happening and like kind of like weird
Yeah.
timeline shit fucking up. And so like I think that this is like a really sick entry into that storyline that's
Yeah.
happening too, actually. Even though like a lot of people have been really kind of like Phase 4 has been really hit or miss, but this is a hit. I like this movie a lot, but it's also because Sony made it and not
Yeah.
Marvel Studios, so that's kind of a, I don't know, I gotta look up who the fuck was helping direct this shit and stuff, but yeah, it was sick, bro. I liked it. Awesome.
I think I'm kind of torn on whether like multiverse as a concept is dope or not, because on some levels, of course, like when you watch Spider-Man, they want you to think like, wow, bro, like these guys at Marvel, like they really are into this like deep stuff, like quantum mechanics and all this stuff. And it's like they give the aura or the idea that it's like, whoa, this is on some really like deep next level shit. But it's like really, it's like the perfect like kind of plot device to kind of like justify almost anything in any consequence. You can kill anyone off and bring them back. You can recast the character as, whatever. You can have, Miles Morales and all these different Peter Parkers, and you can really like kind of just use that as like a retcon like fail safe
I
card, which
think-
I got some
almost feels
arguments
late.
on both sides.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes I feel like they could use it as a lazy kind of plot device. Like they can kind of just be like, time traveled back. I don't know. And then with magic. But I mean, it's comic books, it's fucking comic books. So that's just kind of what it is. But sometimes it does feel a little bit, it feels a little cheap. But I want to like the multiverse theory just because the idea of multiverses in real life is so cool,
Yeah. Bobby?
I got 2 reasons for you. One, why it's cool. One, why it's not.
Okay.
And they're both the same reason. That reason is Kingdom Hearts.
Oh.
Now, who do you
Okay.
think would win in a fight? A Marvel stan or a Kingdom Hearts stan?
Oh my god.
Oh, good lord.
Which-
That's a tough question.
That's like saying like who would win, like type 1 diabetes or type 2 diabetes.
fuck, dude.
I don't know, like how
Fuck. man.
how
I think.
how healthy these guys looking are they?
Oh my
Are they-
gosh.
It's not looking good.
Fuck. Battle of the Basements, bro.
Battle of the Bubble Boys.
Fuck, dude. Okay, so I totally feel you there. I think that I think that comic book movies are the only place this can really be done in this way because comics are already like this, you know?
Yeah.
So to me, this is it really almost has been just kind of like given a fucking like I mean it's like it's mind-blowing because as a comic fan this shit happens pretty regularly, like and I liked this movie too because it felt like a Spider-Man event. It didn't feel like an Avengers movie, it still felt like a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
And like I don't know if you guys ever played Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. That game is sick too, and you're playing as all the different Spider-Mans and different like timelines and shit, and
remember that
like
game,
it bounces around. So it's like this kind of story has been in Spider-Man comics too, and then Clone of Spider-Man. There's the Clone Saga, bro. There's the Scarlet Spider who has like the hoodie and the sweatshirt, and he's different, but he's a clone of Peter Parker. Like there's all kinds of these stories already, and to me it's just like so crazy that we're coming into this time to where like everybody's just kind of saying like, yeah, we'll just roll with it, like, yeah, that's in the comics, sure. Like, oh yeah, that's him from the other movie. He's here now, sure,
Right.
cool. Like, yes, I like that guy. Let's fucking rock and roll. And at least I like it as long as they're actually doing interesting things with it too. Like they actually had the characters kind of continuing their stories through like the the writing instead of just having like cameos. I think if it's all just cameos or all just cheap shots or cheap outs, it could be pretty bullshit. But like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought they were gonna kill Tobey Maguire. I was like,
I thought so,
fuck.
too,
I thought he
right?
was gonna die. I was like, no. I was like, dude, people would be too pissed.
They low-key stabbed him for like comic relief though.
Yeah,
Or for like
that's
tension and
hilarious.
comic relief. It's like, are you all right? He's like, I've been stabbed before. I'm fine.
Well, I think that was the cheap out line too. I think if he actually stabbed them and actually killed them, it would have been way more
Yeah.
heavy too. But I think it would
Right.
have been too dark because
Yeah.
because Aunt May. Spoiler alert: Aunt May dies. Green
Yeah.
Goblin kills her. And Green Goblin's pretty fucking terrifying in this
Dude.
movie, bro. I think this is the best of
Willem
Green Goblin
Dafoe.
too.
Yeah, I think they brought out the best of all the characters, even if those characters were kind of like corny as fuck in their original movies. I feel like they're better in this movie than they actually were
Yeah.
in some of the original movies. Like they've
can-
had time to kind of like polish it more,
I considered fucking Electro, the Lizard, and Sandman all one
You
character.
considered fucking Electro, the Wizard, and Sandman.
I fuck you first of all. Second of all,
That's what you said.
I did I say that?
roll
I considered
back
fuck-
the tape.
Oh,
You just
roll
use
back.
fucking-
You
you just use fucking
Jamie
as a
Foxx is a
filler
very
word there.
handsome man. Okay, all right. Anyways, and he's not blue anymore. He's black.
That's true.
You see that movie where he's a homeless guy?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm scared.
Does Electro have a home?
He's in all of our homes.
True.
Fuck.
Powering this podcast, fucking up our cameras shit a
Right.
little bit.
Shout out, but also fuck you.
Yeah, shout out. I
Right.
know it's Electro's fault. If you guys see any flickering in these videos, we blame it on Electro because he's fucking with our power. So
Yeah.
thanks, Jamie Foxx, for that one.
Oh my
What a
God.
guy.
Preach.
Okay, so I did like some things with Electro though. I like how Electro. I like how an arc reactor that Tony Stark gave Peter Parker was like a plot device because fucking Doc Ock wanted that shit and Electro wanted that shit too. So you
Right.
had some villain versus villain action going on there, a little bit of tension going on. Like I said, I considered Sandman and the Lizard. Those two actors didn't want to be in the movie, and they like hella phoned it in. Like they like literally like only shot certain scenes and like sent it. That's why they're all CGI the whole movie, But they were cool. I do like them. Like I said, I consider those three like one character almost, in a weird way. but I liked them. But the Green Goblin dude stole the fucking show, of course, bro. Like just the
Willem Dafoe's always down.
like the depiction of insanity, bro, and just like the back and forth, like how it really is two fucking characters, bro. Like Norman Osborn was so like sad and afraid and freaked out and shit, and then it's like fucking the Green Goblin was just like, and I loved the fucking scene where Peter's like freaking out and he has like a fat head and he's like what's wrong? He's like, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong. And he just fucking goes to try to stop him anyways. He's just like fucking webs him down immediately, and he's just like, you got me, kid. You know, like fucking, he's all like, that's a pretty good trick of yours. Like, dude,
the
like,
spider sense, yeah,
with the spider sense, that was a good like utilization of that. And that fight, I think that fight might have been my favorite. That fight and the fight at the very end, obviously, these two characters fighting, like, is Holland, like, dude, it was a fucking throwdown, bro. Like, I don't know, that was probably my favorite part of the movie was the hotel fight or the apartment fight.
Yeah,
where he fucking well, he's just throwing the kid around too, bro. Like just hella fucking manhandling him. And I think he looked even stronger than in like the original Spider-Man because obviously they have more effects now. But it's like just the level of like super strength they showed him have. It's like, yes, that's how strong the Green Goblin is, bro. He's as strong as like Captain America. Like,
but he doesn't have the helmet anymore, and he doesn't have the ass wagon that he had before in the old movies.
What do you mean ass wagon?
You never seen like the memes where it's like Green Goblin on the glider, but they just make his ass like hella
oh my
huge?
God.
No,
I don't recall, but his design was fire in this, where he just went all off of like facial expressions, like to make himself look gnarly, and then he wore like the hood, like, and that was like his OG comic book costume, so he didn't need a mask because he's just like fucking throttling on the edge, and I was like, that Green I like that they did that.
Is an anti-masker.
Yeah, he breaks it in the beginning. Right in the beginning. Dude, no, I like how he breaks it though, and then it's like the shattered piece of it on the ground. And it's still just like, like it's such a like over the top character, but like,
it's so over the top. But like, I feel like this is a good example. Like comparing this to The Matrix, I think this is a movie that does member berries about as good as you can do member berries. Like when you're basically the entire movie is fan service.
It's really fan service because there's literally stuff that people have been talking about wanting to see for years, like in a crossover with all three of them, and they did it. Like the whole like you shoot fucking webs out of your wrist, like what the fuck, like you know, like
the whole conversation.
They made that. They made the joke about Tobey Maguire's back because he hurt his back before filming Spider-Man 2 and was like almost didn't do it and shit. Like they, you know, I liked how they did like the two. Like they're talking about like, oh, I fought an alien in New York. He's like, oh, I fought an alien in New York and I fought an alien in space too. He's like, I want to fight an alien. I've never fought an alien. What the hell? Like, you know, like the chemistry between them was fucking wild.
True,
I didn't expect, like I expected it to be too cheesy, but I thought I was fucking loving it, bro.
I know. I was like,
bro,
I enjoyed it.
Like it was just like so good. Like,
and then of course, like I like, because I mean, okay, I don't know, like in the comics, in the original source material, like, has there been an extended period of time where it's like everyone knows Spider-Man's identity and he just like keeps being Spider-Man after that and like figures it out, or does he always like somehow go back to him like being
it happens
unknown,
a couple
you know?
times. The main time I can think of where it stays the most permanent for a while is during the Civil War comics. He unmasks himself and he joins like Tony Stark's side, I think, and fucking like after that I know that he stayed, like they knew, for like a hot ass minute. But it's more something that's like kind of changing, like as like the age of, you know, whoever, like what's going on in the comics at the time,
that's
you
true.
know.
And also now we live in the age of the internet, so it's like Spider-Man and it's in modern day.
Yeah, exactly.
Where it's like, even if like someone's like, I found out your identity, you're Peter Parker, like back in like the 2000s or what, like early 2000s, like someone on the fucking, you know, Manhattan, or like they might have read that on the Daily Bugle and been like, what, Peter Parker? But then it's like no one else in like the rest of the world would hear that. But where it's like in 2020, it's like, oh shit, like Spider-Man just got fucking canceled, dude.
Yeah,
like he really does get canceled, like in the beginning.
Dude, he fucking so also, I was gonna say too, I didn't think about, I keep on forgetting about this, like as I was thinking about it, but in No Way Home, Far From Home, Mysterio is fake. What he's faking is that there's like a multiverse invasion coming, and he's faking it. Like he's like like telling the press and the news and like orchestrating it using like technology and like like show stuff. And so to me, I was like, I didn't really think about it like going into the movie, but I was like, wait, they kind of set this up actually in the last movie almost, like the idea of like the multiverse, because he's like, the multiverse is real. He just spent the whole last movie fighting fake monsters from the multiverse that were from Mysterio. And so I don't know. I didn't really think about that like going in, but I don't know. That gets some sort of bonus points to me. Oh fuck, what was I gonna say? God damn it, I was gonna say something else though. I lost it. Yeah. I don't know. It was good. I have to talk about how Andrew Garfield caught Zendaya. That was really fucking.
Oh yeah,
that was pretty.
That one hit.
That one hit. Yep. Oh, SmackDown of the year. I think the final fight was the SmackDown of the year, bro. Tom Holland fucking laid into that motherfucker, bro.
Yeah.
He fucking knocked the shit out of him, bro. Like I haven't seen a beat down like that since fucking the Thanos versus the Hulk, bro. When Thanos puts the hands on the Hulk, bro. I haven't seen it. Like, I missed that. I feel like there's not enough, like, I mean, Shang-Chi had a cool, like, final fight, but it was more like a DBZ fucking energy blast kind of vibe. Right. Whereas, like, this one was just, like, a really more fucking ugly 1v1, like, on the bottom of the Statue of Liberty. Like, I feel like that's sick. Like,
and I like the message of the Statue of Liberty fight. They're like, we're taking down this Captain America shield. You're going to leave the Statue of Liberty just how it was, damn it. Keep it the same. You can't change history.
Oh, my
Dang
God.
It. Keep it that stupid blue French statue.
Yeah. Oh, my God. So, yeah, I mean, I thought this was certified Sikh, though, for sure.
Certified Sikh 7 days.
Because something, too, about fan service and member berries is it has to service the movie. It has to work in the plot, and it has to work in the execution.
I have to feel like I've been serviced and I've gotten a happy ending.
Exactly. I feel like this movie does the best job of giving you the Spider-Man 3P that you've always wanted,
Yeah. And then at the end of the movie, it's like, oh, Zendaya doesn't know Peter Parker anymore, so maybe I still got a chance.
Oh my
God! Maybe Ned still has a chance.
No, I thought it was good. I thought she was gonna fucking kiss Ned. I thought that was gonna happen, bro. Dude. I thought that's what was gonna happen.
How tall is Zendaya, dude?
I don't know. But either way, I like how they did a soft reboot too. So now it's like fucking Peter Parker living in a shitty apartment, making a homemade suit.
Right.
No Iron Man, no Avengers. He's on his own. And I think it is a good kind of re-jumping art point for the start of a new trilogy, an actual Spider-Man trilogy, because a lot of people gave shit about him being Spider-Boy.
Yeah.
And
Iron Boy Jr.
Boy Jr. and shit. Yeah. So I think now we're gonna get to see him kind of be a little more gritty.
One question. Like, okay, wait. In the Avengers, like in all the previous like Avengers like movies, MCU movies, like everybody's aware of like their identities, right? Like, like people are like, oh yeah, that's they're not just like, that's Iron Man. Who's that? Like they know, like everybody knows, like it's they're all kind of like celebrity, but like the general public knows like who's who, right? And like right. And so the only reason that they're not getting fucked with on a daily basis because they have the fucking like.
They're at like the base
they
and
had
shit.
They had to move the base like upstate,
Yeah.
because they were getting harassed.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the case for some of the superheroes, for sure. But
because because I guess Spider-Man's like really the number one like secret identity guy.
Daredevil too. Which
Daredevil
appeared. Daredevil appeared, but in the Daredevil show, it's all like, no, he cannot tell anybody he's fucking Daredevil.
Does Spider-Man not know he's Daredevil?
No, I don't think so.
No, they didn't know. Because remember, he's like, how'd you do that? He's like, what the fuck? Like, how'd you do that?
Right.
That was a great. That was
just a really good lawyer.
And that's fan service right there, because it serviced the plot. He needs a lawyer. How does he get out of the trouble? Daredevil's his lawyer. Daredevil did it. Boom. And that's quick writing too, to get to kind of wrap up that first section. That I'm not in any more legal trouble. I'm not in jail because Daredevil's a sick lawyer. We've seen him as a sick lawyer on his show. And it's boom. And plus, it's Daredevil. Fuck yeah. Spider-Man, Daredevil on screen together. Yes, Easy money, baby. And I think, you know what? Actually, they're probably going to do? They'll probably do like a Spider-Man, Daredevil, Moon Knight crossover at some point, too. Because then Kingpin was on Hawkeye recently, too. I haven't watched it, but I got it spoiled for me that Kingpin from Daredevil is on Hawkeye as the same character. So they're bringing these back in a cool new way, too, which I'm excited for, because I think now we're going to get some gritty street-level stuff going on, too, which is going to be tight.
The Batman-type Spider-Man.
Yeah. Moon Knight's going to be sick. I cannot wait for that. And Daredevil's coming back. Dude, it's going to be violent. I want Punisher to come back. Punisher versus Spider-Man? Question mark.
Punisher.
Punisher. All right.
They
Does that wrap
changed-
it up?
I
Certified
like
sick
it.
though.
Can we talk
Certified
about
sick?
the ending for a second though?
Yeah, sure.
Can we talk about the ending?
do last thoughts as the ending? Well,
Okay.
ending and last thoughts.
Okay, yeah. So what I just have questions because it's like, okay, so they like it's not like they went back in time or went into another multiverse at the ending, right? Like
No.
they're
No.
all in the same universe.
Yes.
Everything that happened, but then so does Doctor Strange essentially just psyop the entire world?
Yes.
Yes.
Like he brainwashes everyone who ever knew who Peter Parker was
Yes.
into not knowing who Peter Parker was, or
Yes.
not knowing who he was. Like nobody knows his name,
Yeah.
or nobody associates that name.
Nobody
with
knows.
Spider-Man.
Nobody knows who he is at all. He's a nobody now. Like
Yeah.
he's
Right.
done. Like nobody ever knew him.
So like, right.
And because his aunt's dead too, so now it's like
Hey,
he had
oh,
nobody.
that's
He has
true.
nobody to really like live for, and then he just has to
True.
protect his friends. So
Yep.
he doesn't
Right.
care anymore. He's just gonna start over.
So do you think he's like? But do you think that magic is like? Are people gonna be like, wait a second, like I fucking remember this guy, bro?
Well,
Like,
because he even said that they even showed what the news said about the fight and stuff, and he was reporting about it as if he didn't know that it was Peter Parker. Whereas the entire movie before, J. Jonah Jameson, which by the way, I was so happy he was back, bro.
Yeah.
He was a good one to have in the movie too. But
that's weird because is he in the MCU universe? But he was in the other Spider-Man, right?
yes, but he's an MCU version of this one. As the Daily Bugle's totally different. Remember, he was in the basement.
right.
Yeah,
right,
versus
right.
where in the other one he's actually at a newspaper
Okay.
place. Yeah.
So it's not
So,
him.
so
but
it's the
just older.
MCU version. It's
But
it's the MCU
same
version
it's
of the same
same
character.
guy, like it's the same
Yes,
actor.
yes.
See, that's what's weird. But I guess it makes sense.
Yeah. But anyways, I think the way I interpreted the ending is yes. Like so like let's say the Avengers, they remember Spider-Man helped. They remember Spider-Man was around. They don't remember who Spider-Man was or that he's Peter
Right.
Parker.
But wouldn't there be like newspaper articles and shit
Yes.
written before that though?
Yes.
But they're
so then
deleted.
like
They're deleted. They're gone.
How are they deleted?
No.
How are they
No, they're
deleted?
changed. They're
no,
changed.
No. It's
didn't-
just a forgetting spell, and they specify
Uh-huh.
that specifically while he's talking to Wong. He said, Wong tries to tell him that the spell's too dangerous and that he shouldn't do it. He says, "Well, do you remember when we did it at this time?" And Wong goes, "No." And he's like, "Exactly." And then
Right.
he's like, "All right, I'm just staying out of this. Don't
Right.
involve me."
But that's like all like
But he
that's
specifies
like
that it's a forgetting spell.
right. But when it's just some weird like party that Doctor Strange and like his friends went to, no, that's not in public record. That's all
Yeah.
some weird shit,
Right.
right? But like everybody's writing about Spider-Man every single day, tweeting about Spider-Man. Spider-Man's Peter Parker. Mysterio was right. Blah blah blah. All this stuff. It's like, isn't that shit still gonna be around?
So I think what's going to
How does
happen
that work?
is they're setting up for a Mandela effect style plot line.
I think so
Whoa.
too. Yeah, because I think so too. Because some people will be like, "Hey, wasn't like yeah, like," and then they're probably gonna do another fucking
right.
timeline thing
Yep.
too. I think Spider-Man might be in
And
Doctor Strange maybe.
I
What-
think,
yeah,
well, yeah, I
probably.
think that's going to be the whole setup for Doctor Strange too. Is that the spell that he cast was just so catastrophic that it essentially caused us
Mhm.
a
Like a
tear in
rift.
because
fucking
Wanda
space-time.
and Loki are confirmed to be in Doctor Strange too.
Mhm.
So I'm actually excited to see those 3D data because their plot
Yeah.
lines are all merging right now.
I'm guessing too that they're going to do something where what Wanda and Loki have been going through has to do with future actions of Doctor Strange that he never even committed, that had cascading butterfly effects in the
Oh,
past
yeah.
and shit.
Maybe.
Dude,
It's
Doctor
like,
Strange.
Doctor Strange, it wasn't just a spell. You created a fucking wormhole.
Pretty much, exactly, bro. That's what happened at the end of Loki, bro. Was fucking chick Loki killed Immortus, and he was keeping the time in a loop, in like a time loop. And that's why he had like his time police fucking checking the time loop, because it's the timeline where he won. And he's all like, thanks, fucking, now that you did that, like, fucking, now that you killed me, like, I can't keep it in control now. Let's see what happens. Fuck it. He's like, let's run it. So it's like, you have that happening at the same time as, like, Doctor Strange doing his shit.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, everything's about to go fucking crazy.
Man.
Cool. Final thoughts, everybody?
That's nuts, dude.
Certified sick, though.
Certified
Certified
sick.
sick.
I think so.
It was
quite
it was
enjoyed it.
an excellently cooked member berry pie.
Yeah.
I give it a solid 8.5 maybe.
I think 8.5 actually.
I would kinda-
It's
I
like
would
it's
kind
like
of
an
agree, dude.
event. It's like a roller
Yeah.
coaster. Like we were just saying about the Matrix. It's like you go and you watch it. I think there was weird pacing at some parts. I think some of the editing could have been a little bit better because some of it I feel like there was like serious moments that went on a little too long, like a little too. Which I know they're
the
supposed
freeway
to.
scene and whatnot.
Yeah, the freeway scene was a little bit too long. I don't know. Either way, certified sick, 8.5, I think is what I give it. But as like just as a comic book fan, it's an experience. It's definitely a must see, like must
Right.
see. Even though I'm giving it 8 out of 10, it's a must see for sure.
Yeah.
If you're a comic book dork, like
And sometimes it feels nice to just be like, yeah, I'm actually into this just like super popular fucking like everybody's watching it kind of event. Like you don't have to be like, well, actually, I'm being a contrarian. Like, we're just like, yeah, it's fucking Spider-Man. Everybody's down for that shit. It's not like oh, actually it sucks because
Also, it's
I'm just
making
like, I'm
days
ready to
of-
embrace it.
it's making days of money without China. No China
Is it not
market.
in China?
It's not in China, I'm pretty sure. Because Doctor
Interesting.
Strange is too big of a part of the movie, and he's too magic.
They don't like the magic.
hate magic over there.
Yep.
because they don't want them to believe in the magic of a young girl's heart.
Of a young girl's fart.
Mm.
All right, was that dope? I think that does it. Hey, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Hey,
Right.
hey, Spider-Man.
Hey, man. If you guys like these videos and you want us to keep doing the short form videos, have
Like,
Eli keep doing
Comic,
this.
subscribe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Maybe one day we'll get real intro outro music for
We're
these
gonna get it
things.
going.
Yeah.
All right. But Spider-Man, let us know what you think about Spider-Man No Way Home in the comments.
True.
And thank you for tuning in to another Zudes with Reviews. Ho. Zudes with Reviews.